Welcome back to another video in the S/4HANA series. This time we're going to be creating a bill of material for a half material. Okay, it's an intermediate, a bulk product, and we're going to be using another bill of material to copy from, and then we need to modify. The reason that we need to modify it is because the bill of material we will have as a template contains packaging inside. Okay, it's for one process from production to package, right? And in this case, we're going to be creating a bill of material only for the bulk, so we can have a bulk in a storage tank, for example, right, as a bulk, and then we can package it out into packages afterwards. Okay, in a two steps process instead of one process. Depending on the company, you might have only one process to do everything at the same time, or having this intermediate two-step process when you have bulk where you can store, right? Or sometimes it's because you keep it in the reactor or mixer, for example, and then you package it out for multiple packages, let's say. Okay, so you can use this approach as well. Okay, let's jump into SAP demo and let's go to the CS01, as you know, for bill of material creation. The material is this one because it's the last one I have created here. Let's go for plant D01. Remove this one. The usage is production, as we mentioned before. Okay, it's one. Okay, and the alternative we're going to be creating is one because it's this new product. Okay, it's not the same product as we created before. It's a completely new one. Therefore, it's the first version for this one. So we're going to be creating or copying from, I'm sorry, with this icon, as I mentioned before. Okay, the material is 0.5, 25, I'm sorry, 25, and it will be from version alternative 1 as well. Okay, it's complaining about the unit of measure in the header, of course, because this one has kgs in. Okay, so one way we can do this, remember that I mentioned that this is kind of a tricky screen because we're copying from this original one. So what we see here is still not our final screen with all the components. Okay, so here we can choose what components we want to copy. Okay, so I'm not going to be copying these two because my plan is to have a bill of material for the bulk product that will not contain any bags or labels. Okay, so let me just select these ones. Okay, and then I go back again to the copy icon. Okay, I'm going to press copy. There you are. Okay, so we have now only these components instead of the labels and bags. What if I forgot that and let's say I copy everything? No problem. You just select them. Let's assume we have these two extra lines here. Then you just select them and remove them. Okay, there is no here. There is no problem with having extra lines here. Okay. Okay, the important thing here is that we have now 1000 kgs. Okay, if you add up all these quantities, it's 1000. So let's go to the header. This is important. Remember that in the past we have 200 eaches or pieces, right? So in this case, it's 1000 kgs. Okay, the proportion is we need all these components, 1000 in total, to produce 1000 in total of product. Okay, so since we're dealing here with kgs in this case, or it could be pounds as well, right? Or liters as well, we have the same amount of quantity. Okay, this is important. While when you're doing packages, you do not necessarily have the same numbers. You need to do the math, right? Okay, so bill of material status one, as I mentioned. Remember, this is the active one. I'm going to open this up here, active. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let me just save it. That's it. we have a bill of material, and let me just display. There you are. Okay, so now we have this bill of material for the finished product. I'm sorry, for the whole product, intermediate product. Okay, let's assume we want to create another bill of material for the finished product with the package this time. Okay, you might say, okay, but we already have that one, right? Because if I show you this, let me display this one. There you are. You have all the components plus the bag and the labels, okay, for the finish with the 25 kgs bag, okay. But let me do something else here, okay. Let me create alternative two. I need to go to create, okay. In general, keep in mind that you don't necessarily need to leave and start entering again with a new transaction, right? So CS01, for example, sometimes you can do from here, you can change or create in this case, okay? So I'm gonna be creating alternative two this time, okay? Same usage, same finished good, but alternative two. Okay. And actually, let me do something. I need to set that one. Yeah, alternative. We're going to be copying this from alternative one as well. And let me show you why. There you are. So this time, what I want to do is basically to produce the same finished product, a package, right? A bag of this material. But instead of using the components here, the raw materials, I will be using the semi-finished product. Okay? So in this case, we need to do the opposite here, right? We need to do this. Okay? Copy only these two and we will leave these out. Okay? Let me copy. And then we can put here, we can do some transformation. Okay? Let me put as 10 the finished product. I'm sorry, the semi-finished product, which is basically this one without the dot 25. Okay, this is the whole product. And we will need 1000 kgs. Okay, 1000 kgs plus 200 bags and 200 labels to produce 200 pieces of a finished good. Okay, so we have just created an alternative BOM, okay, bill of material for the same product through a different process, okay, a process where we can imagine that we have this product in a storage tank, a bulk, right, and we can start filling the bags, the 25 kg bags, with this bulk product, okay? Or we can just start from scratch, putting everything together, passing through all the steps in the production, and then packaging out at the same time, okay, with the other alternative. Okay, what we need now, I'm not gonna do it right now, you will see that in another video, is to go to the master recipes, right? And we need to also use the production version. The production version will tell us which method we will be using. It's also important for planning, okay? But we can choose, as long as we know there is stock, we can choose the different alternative if we want to, okay? Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, let me save it. Thank you for watching, and keep in mind, if you like, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel, especially, so you can help me grow, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.